there, beautiful, and welcome to Make the Best of Your Empty Nest training class. I am Coach Christina, and I help women like you who are struggling with an empty nest to adjust to the big life change, how to handle your new mom role, and how to create the next best chapter in your life, moving forward with joy and excitement instead of self-doubt, mom guilt, and dread. I'm super excited for you two being here today. In the next 20 minutes or so, I'm going to show you the 4 steps of my N.E.S.T to Next method and how to get started on your new chapter of a wildly happy, fulfilled, empty nester. These are the exact same steps I use with my clients. So if you have an empty nest, or if your kids are in high school and you're getting clothes, you are in the right place. If you're not sure what you're going to do with all your free time, or if you experience the grief, emptiness, loneliness, and sadness that sometimes accompanies an empty nest, or if you're worried about how your relationship with your partner will change, or if you're not sure how to parent your adult child, then this class is for you. Once you've mastered these steps, you can expect to experience relief from difficult emotions, a sense of curiosity about what's to come, a clear action plan to follow, and finding peace and acceptance with your empty nest. So how does that sound? Awesome, I bet. Before getting going, I have a few more things to tell you. 1. Please print your worksheet or grab a pen and paper to take notes. And 2. You're going to want to stick with me to the end so you can take advantage of a special gift I have for you. So I'm going to keep this class around 20 minutes, and we have a lot to talk about. So I'm just going to do a quick introduction. For nearly 23 years, my focus was being the most perfect mom, and suddenly, with 2 days' notice, that all changed. My handsome, adorable son, Jonathan, decided that it was time for him to move out and begin his own journey in life. My world shattered, and I cried that first night after we moved him into his new apartment. Okay, many more days of crying, and a few glasses of wine was to follow. I found myself confused and uncertain about who I was and what I wanted. As a result, my confidence plummeted, I gained weight, and I felt unsatisfied in my job that I had been doing for over 20 years. Having spent so many years putting my family needs and wants above my own, I found it challenging to focus on myself. I decided I needed to find my own path and rediscover my true purpose. We only have this one life to live, and I knew I couldn't sit around and mope forever. I started taking inventory of my past dreams, my past desire and interests. I gave up to become a mother. I rediscovered my passion for teaching and inspiring people to being the best. As part of my quest for my true life purpose, I was introduced to life coaching and its action-oriented focus and creating results rather than dwelling on the past. With this insight, I went on to become a certified life coach and graduating from the Life Purpose Institute. I finally found my true purpose, to help others to live their true purpose and to thrive. I am so grateful to be able to use my experience to help others transition through their empty nest, uncover their passion and purpose, tap into their creativity, and take practical steps to build a purposeful life. So enough about me. Let's talk about you and what you are going to learn today. So N.E.S.T stands for Now What, Explore, Self-Care, and Take Action. We're going to spend most of the class on the N, now what. So let's run through the others real quick. E is for explore. You know you have changed a lot since you became a mom. It's going to take some digging to find out who you are now. Your pre-motherhood dreams might not be your dreams of today. You've gained years and years of wisdoms and skills you might not even realize you have. You have picked up new interests and let go of some others. Now is the time to come back to you and who you are truly are and what you truly want to do. If you are having trouble figuring out what you want to do with your life as an empty nester, try this exercise. Let's say I call you in 2 years and I say, "Hi, beautiful. It's Coach Christina. How's life?" And you say, "Holy cow, Christina, you wouldn't believe it. My life is awesome." What would you be telling me about your job, your health, your romantic relationship, your relationship with your kids? Don't worry about if it seems possible or not. Just let your imagination run wild. Go ahead, pause the class for a moment to write down your answer. Got it? Okay, next up is S is for self-care. Yes, self-care is mani petty or lunch with your friends. But it also goes deeper than that. It's the best gift you could ever give to yourself. Even though you knew this day would come, the difficult emotions that can sometimes catch you off guard, especially when your kid only gives you 2 days' notice. So being gentle with yourself and not passing judgment on your feelings is the best part of self-care. The other part of self-care is creating healthy habits. You may have been putting off. Sometimes as a woman and mothers, we put everyone's needs above our own. And now you have the perfect opportunity to make yourself and your health a priority. Everyone can improve their health. Maybe you want to take up a new sport or hobby or join a gym. When my son left, I became a certified bar instructor, and I'm looking and feeling younger than I have in a very long time. Eventually, I had to get over the shock first, but eventually taking care of myself has become a welcome habit. Next up, T is for take action. This is the final step. Taking action and putting all the steps together to move forward is where the rubber meets the road. Creating mini goals and an action plan on how to get where you want to go is a good way to start. If you are feeling really down about your empty nest, you may not feel like doing anything, but remember, you only have one life to live. You can't mope forever. Treat your feelings seriously, and if you believe you are clinically depressed, please go to your doctor for help. But taking action will move you out of the difficult emotions faster. If you've had issues reaching goals in the past, maybe what you were missing was accountability. If you have someone to hold you accountable, you'll be less likely to succumb to excuses and more likely to do what you said you're going to do in order to reach your goals. Coaches, myself included, are awesome at holding their clients accountable. My clients will tell you, "I don't let you off the hook. When you commit to doing something, I expect you to do it." And they really appreciate the extra pressure and support that I give them. Now, let's go back to the beginning with now right. Okay, so on your worksheet, you have what is called the Wheel of Life. This exercise will help raise your awareness and allows you to plan a life that is more satisfying and closer to your definition of balance. You probably feel very out of balance right now, and that's okay. We're going to see what we can do about that right now. So let's review these areas. Physical environment. This relates to your home and surroundings. What are your plans for your child's room? Do you want to change it to a reading room, maybe a meditation room, or a guest bedroom? Or do you need to keep it the way it is for a while? What projects do you have around the house that you've been meaning to get to for a while? Does your house reflect the new you or your new situation? Now, ladies, is a good time to do some redecorating. Or, okay, so go ahead and mark your lever of satisfaction with your physical environment. Next up is business and career. If you've been a stay-at-home for 20 so years, you might be at a total loss about what you'd like to do next, or even what you are capable of doing next. What kind of marketable skills do you have? What are your career interests? Maybe you don't want a career, but you would like to volunteer your time to a cause you hold dear. If you have had a career, maybe now is the time to change it, to do something you want to do. So go ahead and mark your will before we move on to the next area. Now, finances. Your finances should be looking up with your empty nest. Now is the time to get serious about retirement and maybe saving for that special something you've been waiting for, like a trip, a new car, or new furnishing, or an RV. This should be a fun segment because now you have some extra spending money you can do something fun with. On the other hand, now you have time to go out and earn more cash should you need that as well. Next is health. We have already covered health a bit, so just assign health a number for now. Next is family and friends. How are your relationship? You will need a support system to help you through the transition. So make time for your friends and family. Your relationship with your adult children will also go through a transition. For me, the hardest part was to let my son be an adult and make his own decisions. It was hard, but I did not smother him or text him every day. I just let him live his life. Don't get me wrong, it was so hard at first, but in the end, our relationship is better and stronger. Next is romance. This is a big source of anguish for some empty nesters because your relationship with your partner has been focused on the kids for so long. You are going to have an adjustment as well. Or you might not have a partner and would like to find one for this next chapter of your life. How do you feel now about your level of romance in your life? Next up is personal growth. This is the best part because now you can change and grow and become an individual again instead of just being a full-time mom. You can explore different ways to learn and grow. For example, learning a new language, exploring your spirituality, learning a new skill or a career. The sky is the limit. What have you always wanted to learn? What have you always wanted to experience? I overcame my fear of flying and went to Chicago. Anything is possible. Get crazy. Think big. So how satisfied are you right now with your level of growth? Next up is fun and recreation. This is similar to personal growth, but think more adventure. Travel and good times with friends and family. How much fun are you having right now? If you are in the beginning stage of an empty nest, maybe not so much. As time goes on, you will grow into your newfound freedom and learn to love it, like I did. Okay, how does your will look? Is it bumpy? Are there any surprises for you? How do you feel about your life as you look at your will? Don't worry, working on your bumpy areas is what I do best. So remember the exercise we did earlier, the Holy Cow Christina call? This is your vision. This is where you are trying to go. So you have your current situation on your will, and you know where you want to go. So the next step is to create an action plan, and we will talk more about that in a moment. So how are you feeling about your emptiness? Can you feel the possibilities? Can you feel the positive emotion starting to flow? What would life look like if you were to master these 4 steps? How would your life change? Okay, awesome. So those are the 4 steps. Now what? What is the situation right now and what is your new parenting role? E, explore. Do a dive deep into who you are now and start to create a picture of what you want your life to look like in the years to come. S is self-care. Acknowledge your feelings and deal with them gently, as well as creating new healthy habits. T. Take action. Accountability will become your new best friend. You will feel energized and super excited about your future. Okay, ladies, so remember the gift I mentioned before. Here it is. I'm going to give you an opportunity to take this lesson further and have a game plan session with me. In a 30-minute phone call, we're going to review what you learned tonight, your vision, and by the end, you will understand where to start so you can take the most impact action step right away. Right under this Right underneath this video is a link to my online calendar and you can book your game plan session. So why am I doing this? Well, honestly, it's because it's what I do. I want you to get excited about your possibilities. I want you to get started as soon as possible because you don't have time to waste. None of us do. And secondly, I believe the more stories and situations I encounter, the better I've been able to serve my clients. So we will learn from each other on this call as well. I'm sure you have already figured it out. Following the steps is simple, but it's not easy. So get a jump on your vision with this game plan session. And let's be real. I know you might want my help going forward. You can make it through this phase in your life on your own, of course you can. But you might decide that my support and experience is just what you need to make this life transition as smooth and as successful as it can be. And what better way than a planning session to see if we are a good fit for each other? So your job is to call me. Your very next action step is to follow the link below this video to schedule a 30-minute game plan session with me. During this session, we will map out the number one most important thing you need to do to move forward towards your next best self. I love to help everyone, but I have limited spaces available, so please do not hesitate. Book your call now for the next available spot. I've been where you are, and trust me, you want to be on the other side of it. I want your transformation for you, beautiful. I want it for you from the bottom of my heart, and I know we can do it together. This is it for this webinar class. I hope to hear from you soon. If I don't, remember to move forward with no regrets. This is Coach Christina wishing you love and happiness.